Well, hello, folks. Welcome to our training. My name is Earl Teets, home business coach and founder of ProjectHealthyWealth.com. What I'm going to share with you today is a lesson on how mindset produces. It's very important because if you have the wrong mindset and you step into entrepreneurship, you will have to repeat lessons over and over again until you get them correct. So it's kind of nice to have the right mindset, understand what it is that works compared to the things that don't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share over 20 years of learning from people that have made more than $1 million a year doing exactly what I'm sharing with you. So, folks, we're going to dive into this lesson. Now, I'm recording out of rural Troy, Montana. So, please forgive the video quality. It may or may not be the highest in the world. But if you can pay attention to the basic fundamentals of what I'm about to cover here, you will see a way that you can unlock a door to see the difference between earning or not earning as a home entrepreneur. So I'm going to be discussing both network marketing and affiliate marketing. And if you haven't learned this yet, they both are meant to work hand in hand. One helps the other. And if you still believe that you can only do one thing, take a look at success. Success leaves clues. How many income streams does Tony Robbins have? I'll give you a hint, over 30. How many income streams does William Buffett have? A lot. How many income streams does Sir Richard Branson have? A lot. Maybe you follow Eric Worre. How many income streams did he have? More than one. So, I'm just illustrating a point. How about Robert Kiyosaki, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You really need to read this book if you've never read it before, if you don't understand the need to have multiple income streams and the ability to have money to work for you instead of you working for you. Now, in order to get money to come to work for you, you first have to put you to work for you. And then once you've duplicated and mastered the basic fundamentals of seed planning, you can utilize money to automate that by putting you on video in the right places at the right times. But you have to get there organically first before the money can put you there second. So we're going to teach you how to do that part right now. And why is this important? 90% fail who try to earn in the home business industry. Just look at the results printed out and taught by the Direct Selling Association, okay? So I'm not telling you something that's not easy to research, but there's a reason why 90% fail and 10% succeed. We're going to dive into that on this very lesson. So here we go, folks. The first thing you need to understand is how mindset produces is all about what you believe here, okay? Now, I'm going to do a lot of simplicity, but I'm going to sow some really deep seeds in this very short and simple training, okay? Why it won't work is usually the story that is utilized to bring somebody out of a job that won't allow them to make their dreams come true. So in order to gain common ground, to move them to the other side, a lot of times the common territory of why a job sucks, why a job won't work, is the most important thing. So what's focused on what you don't like about the work that you do to make money, okay? Now, that's great to get somebody to take a look, but really you want to have somebody take a look on a whole different idea. You know, is what you're doing right now going to make all of your dreams come true within 2 to 5 years from now if you continue doing it? No. Would a couple $1 million position you right now in a position to do that within 1 to 2 years if you had it? Well, yes. Great. If I could show you a pattern of how people just like you have made that happen, would you have time to see that kind of information? Yeah, I would. Good. Would now be a good time, or 7:30 tonight, or 9 tomorrow morning? Which one fits your schedule best? Give them a selection to choose from. Pay attention to where their mindset is, and they'll usually dive on the one that's the most to their heart. So if they grab the first appointment you mentioned to them, you know they're really looking for opportunity. If they schedule the farthest one out or make an excuse, you know that the timing is possibly off at that time without having to say any more. Okay? This is a process. The difference between failure and success in this whole industry is basically your mindset. Okay? So, why it won't work is so crucial, because why it won't work is what they're focused on to get out of their job and into an action of change, which is to get into a home business. But what happens is, if you don't do any personal development at all, and all you did was get into a home business, you're going to approach that home business with the attitude of an employee because you don't know any different. That's called ignorance. That's not stupidity. That just means you don't know any better. And it helps to understand that if you think like an employee as an entrepreneur, the end result is bankrupt, okay? So if you don't learn how to program your mind to think like an entrepreneur when you've automatically been an employee, the common sense results 90% did not work. They made a change. They got into a home business, but because they were on the mindset of why it won't work, they brought that same mindset into entrepreneurship. They got in and they focused why most think it won't work, and then they get sick and tired of the daily process, call it a grind instead of something you're excited to do. And what happened? 90% of the results did not work. So, how do we have the correct mindset? What is it that the 10% do that bring the success to home business in the first place? How is that mindset different? Okay? If you look at the 90%, the only information the people who fail bring in is other people's opinions or what they saw on TV. Okay? Think about that. What happens to the 10% that succeed? What do they absorb? They absorb information that allow them to think like an entrepreneur. How does an entrepreneur think? They think differently. They think why you will succeed. They're not looking for why you won't succeed. Look at our educational system that takes a child from grammar school, elementary school, all the way to 12th grade, and they graduate with a high school diploma, and they are taught that if you copy an A student's paper, that you get detention and you get an F. When you get into entrepreneurship, if you want an A for earning, you copy what the best are doing that is working. You don't get detention for that. You get a lot of money for that. Do you see the difference in thought process? Now, for 12 years, you've been taught to do it wrong, okay? 12 years, you've been taught to focus on the problem. You can't focus on the problem. You have to focus on the solution. Why will you succeed? Not why won't you? Okay? An entrepreneur has a written action plan with a daily method of operation that you're excited to participate in because you know it's getting you closer to your goals, and you know that the path you're on is one that works. Isn't that awesome? Okay? So, what's the third point of focus? Focus on how you can do better today than what you did yesterday. Not focused on someone else's results. Focused on yours. Because here's the thing, when you plant a seed of why you will succeed in others, that's going to allow a harvest that's going to be beneficial to you. One of my first mentors in in the communications industry. His name was Zig Ziglar. And he said, Earl, if you can help enough people get what they want, you won't have to worry about what you want. It is the law of sowing and reaping. So, what happens when most people get into a home business? They do so because it's cheaper than starting a brick and mortar business. They want to do it for the least amount of cost, the least amount of work, for the most amount of money. And when they go out with that kind of attitude, what kind of seed are you sowing? Again, you're sowing the wrong seed. Okay? It costs money to operate a business of any sort that's going to create a full-time income for you on part-time efforts. The beauty about the home business industry is you can earn multiple income streams on business expenses less than $300 a month. I do that with our own brand, Project Healthy Wealth. 4 major income streams that pay out on a weekly basis, okay? Each one complements one another and helps one another out. Why? Because I'm going to do the basic fundamentals of developing a list of people to market to no matter what I'm doing as an entrepreneur. And I've learned the hard way in 26 years. Sometimes a company, they'll change a comp plan. Sometimes a company will go out of business. Sometimes a company will get shut down. When those things happen, if all your eggs are in that company basket for earning, there goes your income. But if you learn how to brand yourself because you're going to do the same daily method of operation to make the money, build a list of people and market to that list, then you can work smart and put enough in your brand to where if one goes, you simply replace it with another one. Understand, with Project Healthy Wealth, we have mastered the art of looking at what is proven, what is working, and what is a trend that will be in demand over the next 7 years, whether you and I participate in that or not. We have our advantages. So as an entrepreneur, when you're focused on how you can do better today than yesterday, you're working on your results. When you understand the power and the law of sowing and reaping, of planting a seed of why you will succeed in others as part of your daily method of operation, it's going to come back to you, okay? Your actions become their roadmap. What do they see you doing? They see you being serious about what it is that you do. Remember, a written action plan with a daily method of operation. And we're going to touch on that in this training real shortly here, okay? So they're going to look at your actions. And what do your actions become? Your actions become their roadmap. What are they going to duplicate? Your actions. But here's the beauty. When your actions are all focused on why you will succeed, when your actions are a daily method of operation that produces weekly pay, and you do those actions, you're planting a seed of why you will succeed in someone else. I'm doing this, the result is that, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Let's go. They see that, and your actions become their roadmap of what they need to do. And the most important thing in the home business industry takes place. What might that be? Duplication. And as you duplicate productive people, production multiplies in your business. This is the key to your success. Excuse me. So, what are we going to duplicate? Well, success leaves clues. A 90-day action plan with no excuses of no less than 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. If you cannot put 1 hour a day, 5 days a week into developing your own success, at this point in time, as an honest coach, I'm going to say entrepreneurship is probably not your bag of tea at this time. It's probably not for you. Don't spend your money because you're going to crash and burn. Okay? It takes persistency and consistency to win as an entrepreneur. It's not about just having one website, putting one magic place, and poof, here comes the money. That is the lie that is sold to people to get them in. We're talking about a process of being able to produce productive actions daily and duplicate that within others, meeting the needs of the masses so we can hang with the classes. Because, folks, those are the clues that have been left behind by success. So, instead of putting garbage in our mind as an entrepreneur, we absorb books. Readers are leaders. And I learned that from one of my mentors I got my picture taken with that you can see on our website, projecthealthywealth.com. And that is John C. Maxwell, okay? 21 Laws of Leadership. You're going to have to learn to be a leader. You might as well absorb this kind of information in your noodle, because what goes in here becomes what's huge in your heart, and that's what you'll speak into existence. You want victory and success. Spoke out of your mouth, not crisis and justification and rationalization of why failure is acceptable, okay? There's no excuse for failure. It's just the wrong mindset, folks. So, have you ever read this book, Rich Dad or Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki? If you haven't learned yet that if you're not making money while you're sleeping, then something is wrong, you really need to pay attention to this book. It'll teach you how you can put multiple income streams to work for you. You can learn how to put money to work for you. Did you know that? Usually you're busy working for money as an employee. Again, success leaves clues. 90% of America's wealth is held by 3% of its population. Folks, those 3% are not employees, they're entrepreneurs. We program our minds to understand things like the 4 major personality traits of people. I listen to audios by guys like Jeffrey Combs, who is a major mentor who used to work hand in hand with a guy named Jim Rohn. Jeffrey Combs has brought coaches from failure to success, famous coaches like one of my mentors, Mark Overson, who passed away, but helped several people make millions of dollars, okay? He helped Mark to have his breakthrough to success and many others. Maybe you heard of Jonathan Budd, huh? Work with Jeffrey Combs. There's lots of them. It'll blow your mind, okay? So, more heart than talent. Remember, I said information is going to come in here through our mind by what we absorb, the books we read, the programming we listen to, and the books we read. More heart than talent. When your heart is full, your mouth will speak it, okay? Maybe you don't understand entrepreneurship yet. Go Pro by Eric Worre. These are awesome tools to help you develop yourself. You want to be able to take at least an hour a day for personal development to understand entrepreneurship when you've never understood it before in the past. As you do this and put 1 hour a day into your production, you're going to see amazing things happen. Success isn't hard. Let me show you why. Excuse me. If you take a look at the proven numbers of success, okay? I want you to really pay attention to this. They put all the top earners in network marketing into a room that went from 0 to top earning status in 1 year. What was it they had in common? The amount of personally enrolled distributors. The average amount was 42. So I want you to think about that, because there's 52 weeks in a year. If you connected with 3 people a day and did that at 15, 30, and 45 in 1 hour, set an appointment for them to see a solution to a problem that they're facing that your opportunity has a solution for. Okay, that's 1 hour. You got 3 people looking at what you have. It's amazing what you can do with technology today. It's called working smarter, not harder. Okay, so that's 3 a day. A 90-day roadmap in writing means I'm going to do 15 a week, 60 a month, 180 in a work quarter. How about 720 in a year? And if I get 1 out of 10 to say yes, that means I brought in 72 producers. Doing that in 12 months on a part-time basis, working smarter, not harder. Sounds like a perfect roadmap, doesn't it? And many people have used that very roadmap and accomplished 7 figures. Why not you? What you've just seen here is how simple it is to put a 90-day roadmap in writing of what you intend to do, with the realization that there is no such thing as something for nothing. Where do we learn that from? I'm going to show you. We can take a look at this book right here, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay? You need to have that plan of action in writing. You need to have a definite major purpose of what it is to do, why it is you do what you do. Without that, you stand no chance at success whatsoever. So what I've shared with you today is very simple. It's how you can have the focus on why it won't work and fail, or why you will succeed. The mindset that produces is a choice that you get to make. Isn't that exciting? I've even showed you how to lay out a roadmap for 90 days on a part-time basis to create a full-time income. I can even show you what it is that I earn with. Okay, we'll give you a free gift for subscribing to our email newsletters. And that free gift is 7 proven strategies to earning in 2019. How do you get that? Solutionswillprofit.com. Enter your information into our website, solutionswillprofit.com, and you will automatically be in our email list, and you will be hearing from me personally within 48 hours of entering your information into that site. You deserve success. It's an honor to share what's been proven in this industry. The choice is yours, whether or not you want to embrace it or whether or not you want to let it pass you by. But I'm here to tell you, you're a child of God. All things are possible to those who believe. And you know what? God never made a single mistake, and he made you. It'd be an honor to have you on the team. If we haven't met yet, welcome aboard. You're watching this video. Somebody cared enough about you to give you some facts that make a difference in this industry. We look forward to helping you make your dreams become a reality here at ProjectHealthyWealth.com. God bless you and enjoy your journey of entrepreneurship. Remember, God never made a single mistake. He made you.